You won't believe the incredible things these bodybuilding legends have to say about Ronnie Coleman. As we count down to number 1, the comments get even crazier. Get ready to be shocked by just how good Ronnie Coleman really was. Number 7, Kevin Levrone.
Where he is going to and train like that and withstand that and live like that and do that and do that and do that, you don't have a chance against him. You know, his mindset is just at another level, you know, and it showed through his career. And he just took it, man. It's not normal strength. It's a gift from God, number one, that he has. He's gifted with genetics to be able to do that. And like I said, we saw a moment of greatness, man. It's a great era we lived in, just to be a part of that.
Kevin Levrone, known for his incredible symmetry and muscularity, has often spoken about Ronnie Coleman with awe. Levrone has said Ronnie's sheer size and definition were unparalleled. It wasn't normal strength, it was a gift from God. Levrone's respect for Ronnie's work ethic and dedication simply shows just how extraordinary Coleman was. Imagine being one of the top bodybuilders in the world and still feeling like you were competing against an unstoppable force. How did Levrone feel stepping on stage with someone who seemed almost superhuman? Levrone's admiration highlights the kind of discipline and dedication Ronnie Coleman brought to the sport. It's truly inspiring and humbling. Number 6, Phil Heath. Next on our list is Phil Heath, a 7-time Mr. Olympia. Phil has consistently praised Ronnie Coleman, calling him an anomaly. He often talks about Ronnie's legendary back workouts, saying, "Ronnie's back was so detailed it set a new standard in bodybuilding." Heath's admiration shows just how groundbreaking Ronnie's physique was.
And thank God it did happen that way, because we would have never seen the feats of strength.
God.
Ronnie Coleman is definitely an anomaly, because we have never seen someone, I mean, you're strongest, and I gotta shout you out on that. There's shit, people have asked me like, you train like, I was like, fuck no, I ain't doing lifting girls and dumbbells. I was like, nah, but I'll look like it.
Yeah,
you know?
no, yeah.
But Ronnie could do both.
Yeah, I remember and he was one of the first people I saw where I was like,
Have you ever wondered what it must be like to train alongside someone like Ronnie? Imagine trying to keep up with his intense routines and still being in awe of his sheer power and dedication. It's clear that Ronnie Coleman left an unforgettable mark on bodybuilding. You think that's impressive? Wait for the next one. Number 5, Flex Wheeler.
Use the example, you know, Ronnie Coleman, I think he has like maybe 2 million followers. Come on, he's the king. Ronnie will always be the king. I hope I'm alive and hope it's safe to look at the person who beats his best physique ever.
Flex Wheeler, famous for his perfectly balanced and aesthetic physique, has always admired Ronnie Coleman's incredible abilities. He once said, "He's the king. Ronnie would always be the king." This statement really highlights just how special Ronnie was in the bodybuilding world. Flex's comments remind us that Ronnie wasn't just about having massive muscles. He had a unique mix of sheer size, unbelievable strength, and top-notch conditioning that set him apart from everyone else. Imagine seeing someone lift insanely heavy weights with such ease and still look perfectly sculpted. That's what made Ronnie unbeatable. Flex Wheeler, with his own impressive achievements, saw Ronnie as a standout even among the elite. It's like having one of the best in the game saying, "This guy is on another level." Number 4, Lee Priest. Lee Priest, a bodybuilding icon with a cult following, often speaks about Ronnie Coleman's dominance in the sport. Priest has remarked, "Ronnie was like a superhero. His muscle density and conditioning were out of this world." Priest's awestruck reflections showcase just how otherworldly Ronnie's physique truly was. Lee has seen and competed against the best, yet he still finds Ronnie's achievements unmatched. That's simply amazing. He often shares stories of watching Ronnie train, pushing beyond what seemed humanly possible. It wasn't just his size, Priest says, but the sheer definition and strength he displayed. You'd see him lift weights that no one else would dare to touch. Number 3, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
You know, there was like just lumps and mass.
He's very lumpy.
I mean, it's like, I remember that he and we talked, and he was standing right in front of me just before he went out on stage. And I remember that just, it took me a while to look from the left shoulder to the right shoulder. You know, just I kept going like this, going like this. The shoulder was just so wide, especially when he did his lat spread. I mean, it looked like the curtain closed, and there was no more light coming through. So I mean, it was really unbelievable, you know, to see that. And he was such a graceful poser also at the same time. So it was really a whole new dimension in bodybuilding. I think that he showed the bodybuilders that there's a whole other way of, in as far as size and proportion that you can go. And I think that he broke through that. And since then, a lot of the guys have broken through that, and they've gotten much, much bigger. And
Next up, the legend himself, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Arnold has always had high praise for Ronnie, saying, "Ronnie took bodybuilding to a whole new level. His dedication and consistency were unmatched." Coming from someone like Arnold, who dominated the bodybuilding world in his own right, this is huge. Arnold admired Ronnie not just for his incredible physique, but for his work ethic. He often pointed out how Ronnie's relentless training and focus pushed the boundaries of what people thought was possible in bodybuilding. Arnold has said that watching Ronnie train was like witnessing history in the making. Arnold's respect for Ronnie shows just how much Ronnie changed the game. When a legend like Arnold acknowledges your greatness, it speaks volumes about your impact on the sport. Ronnie's legacy, according to Arnold, is one of unparalleled dedication and groundbreaking achievements in bodybuilding. Number 2, Lee Haney.
Ronnie took weight training, strength, to a whole nother level in the field of bodybuilding.
Now on to Lee Haney, who held the record for the most Mr. Olympia titles before Ronnie. Haney has said, "Ronnie took bodybuilding to a whole different level." Lee's acknowledgement of Ronnie's unparalleled dedication adds weight to Ronnie's legendary status. Haney, a legend in his own right, had witnessed many great bodybuilders, but Ronnie stood out. He saw firsthand how Ronnie pushed himself beyond normal limits. Ronnie's relentless drive and commitment in the gym were something even seasoned champions like Haney found astonishing. Haney often recalls how Ronnie would lift weights that seemed impossible and still go for more reps. It wasn't just about the physical strength, but the mental toughness Ronnie displayed. This kind of dedication and intensity was what set Ronnie apart from everyone else and solidified his place in bodybuilding history. Number 1, Jay Cutler.
Who I feel, in its opinion, is the greatest of all time. I mean, people may say it's Lee Haney, some people say Arnold. We all look at our heroes differently. But since I was able to battle him, and to be honest, I beat him eventually, so I want to say he's the greatest bodybuilder of all time. Gives me more credibility. And
Finally, at number 1, we have Jay Cutler. Jay competed against Ronnie Coleman multiple times and often spoke about how tough it was. Imagine standing next to someone who redefined what it means to be a bodybuilder. Jay's reflections give us a first-hand account of just how dominant Ronnie was in the bodybuilding world. What must it have felt like to constantly compete against someone so unbeatable? How did Jay stay motivated, knowing he was up against a living legend? Jay's experience shows the intense rivalry and respect among top bodybuilders. Did Jay ever feel discouraged, or did Ronnie's greatness push him to be better? This rivalry wasn't just about competition, it was about pushing the boundaries of human potential. So there you have it, legends of bodybuilding, all in agreement about how Ronnie Coleman was a class apart. Their testimonials show a man who not only dominated the sport, but redefined it. What do you think? How did Ronnie's feats influence bodybuilding today? Share your thoughts below. All right, guys, we've come to the end of this video, and if you enjoyed it, do well to click on the like and subscribe buttons. Don't forget to check other videos on our playlist. We've got some amazing contents for you. See you in our next video.